Tak já jsem Draky, se kterýma se neznáme, budu moderovat a asi i tlumočit tuhle besedu. Uděláme si klasické hlasování. Kdo by si přál, aby byla tady ta beseda nějakým způsobem překládaná? Bezva. Méně než včera, tak já to vezmu ještě stručněji, co? Jestli to teda půjde. Tak a rovnou k tomu mám ještě druhou hlasovací otázku a to je, kdo tu byl včera? Dobře, takže otázky moc opakovat nebudeme. Každopádně, otázky můžete klást jednak na mikrofon, až vás k tomu vyzvu, stačí zvednout ruku a přiběhne za váma někdo a ten mikrofon vám dá do ruky, anebo je můžete klást přes infoapku, nicméně dost mi usnadníte život, když se budete ptát na ten mikrofon, protože ono bavit se s hostem, k tomu musí zapisovat, co říká, přemýšlet nad tím, co se zeptáte příště a ještě se hrabat v apce je malinko náročný, takže nestyďte se, ano, to je i super, když si můžete s tím člověkem promluvit napřímo. Tak, to vypadá, že to je všechno. V tom případě pojďme prosím přivítat krotitele TL-ku. Please welcome the TL tamer Ben Browderem.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, good morning to you too. We thought you might get a bit...
Are you drinking wine?
No, that's grape juice.
Fortified grape juice.
Fermented grape juice. It's very healthy for your gut.
Sorry,
Do you?
I think that's great.
Do you need something?
Well, I didn't know that's what we were doing.
Well, you know now we can get you also a grape juice.
Yeah, bring me a wheat juice.
Wheat juice?
Beer.
Beer juice. A já tě ještě poprosím, tušku bych možná potřebovala, kterou jsem malinko zapomněla. Děkuji. I just forgot to...
Just because I'm in the Czech Republic. This would not happen at home.
A ještě poprosím, já jsem možná zapomněla trošku i papír. Ale určitě to je hrozně brzo ráno, to vůbec není tím, že jsem... I kind of forgot my pen and my paper, but it doesn't have anything to do with the grape juice. Tak stručně přetlumočím, bavíme se tady o mém latentním alkoholismu a o tom, že jsem si zapomněla tušku a papír. By the way, we... kind of noticed yesterday your taste into snacks, so we brought you some to choose from.
I saw that. I'm going back to the States 400 pounds heavier.
Sorry, missed that.
You're working. I'm just here like hanging out with my friends.
It was important message about the beer. It should be better than the yesterday's one. Oh, děkuju. No more Rebel for you. How did you like the Rebel beer yesterday? That was the first one, the drought one.
The draft beer.
Yeah.
It was good.
That was good?
It was good.
Rebel was good enough.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, I'm not compared to Americans.
I'm from America. You know? Our Budweiser is not your Budweiser.
Yeah, I think there was even a lawsuit about that.
You won the lawsuit?
Yeah, about Budweiser. Yeah, they had to stop calling them Budweiser, just Bud, because Budweiser was originally Czech and we were able to prove it.
Okay.
Tak krátká exkurze do soudních pří ohledně amerického Budvaru a toho, proč už si Budweiser americký nemůže říkat Budweiser, ale
Man, communism ends and the first thing you do is start suing people.
We learned from the best.
Not a capitalist.
Takže teda sotva padne komunismu, sami začneme hnedka žalovat lidi. Holt jsme se učili z těch nejlepších, všichni jsme viděli ty právnický americký seriály. By the way, you had a little chance to walk through the convention yesterday, didn't you?
I saw part of it.
a part of it.
Yes, I have to see the rest of it.
Oh, and have you liked what you've seen?
I met a very nice young lady, yeah. Everywhere I've gone, it's just like, this is great. Yeah, I need to see the rest of it. I saw the games hall.
Oh.
Yeah, that was about all I had time for, and then they had to usher me on stage or something.
Oh, and did you have a chance to play anything?
No, but I'm looking to pick up a game to take home with me. We play games at home.
You do? You
Yes.
play tabletop games?
Yes.
Oh, which one is your favorite?
Think about this. It kind of depends on what's the last one we played. The last game we played, we played a couple rounds of Settlers of Catan. I mean, if you go back, I was playing Dungeons and Dragons in the 70s. Oh yeah, I'm an OG. That's before Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. There was these 3 little books, and we had those books. And they didn't have, you couldn't find 20-sided dice. So we used cards to randomize. Yeah, wow. You could get 6-sided dice, but we would use cards to randomize for the 20.
So there were no 20-sided dice?
No 20 and no 10-sided die in North Carolina in the 70s. We would have to drive to Georgia to randomize. And when someone finally got one, it was like a miracle. It's a 20-sided die, man! We're gonna randomize like crazy. Woo! So yeah, I was playing Dungeons and Dragons. Started playing computer games on a dual floppy disk IBM with no hard drive. There's a game called Wizardry, which was one of the first, and I played Zork when it was text. Yeah, pretty geeky, really. I have a whole massive box of Magic the Gathering cards.
Oh, those are worth a fortune.
Some of them are worth money, yeah. I started playing that in 94, so I don't have any Black Lotuses or anything like that, but I have a lot of dual lands. Is there anybody who plays Magic the Gathering? I have like a really good set of dual lands and other cards. So yeah, so, and right now, so computer gaming, I'm delaying the end of Elden Ring. I've noticed that as I've gotten older, I don't want to finish the game. Because it's like it's going to be over then. I got to play it through again, I'm already I want to play Breath of the Wild through one more time. So yeah, a lot of useless information, but yeah.
No, on měl totiž to Ben včera možnost se aspoň trošku projít. Děkuji, thank you so much. Ben měl včera možnost se aspoň trošku projít po konu, načíchat tady tu atmosféru.
I learned a lot of drinking games in college.
I'm not sure if that counts as a tabletop.
Pong ball?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you Americans play these games with the kegs and stuff.
Yeah, with drinks.
Oh.
Yeah, and if we had dice, there's a few games that just need a couple of 6-sided dice.
Okay, so we'll meet you after the
later.
After the Q&A.
We'll do drinking games later.
Okay, cheers anyway. Dobré ráno. Okay, I will try and translate. Tak, Ben měl včera možnost si chvilku projít kon, zatáhli jsme ho aspoň do deskoherny, že by si rád odvez domů nějakou deskovku, protože doma hrajou. Tak jsem se optala, co třeba mají rádi, tak zjevně mají rádi hry z před 20 let, protože třeba Osadníky z Katanu hrajou moc rádi. S tím, že on hrál i v 70. letech, kdy asi teda poprvé vyšlo, tak hrál dračák. Akorát měli problém, že v Tennessee, odkud pochází, tak neměli 20stěnný kostky, proto se muselo jezdit až do Georgia, takže by to si mohli vyřezat, anebo měli kartičky a pomocí kartiček vlastně jako házeli. Takže když pak někdo konečně sehnal tu 20stěnku, tak byl za největšího frajera, že jako hej Kémo, pojďme to tam hodit. Máte zbytek forku ze včerejška, oni z jední mluví v Tennessee hantecem. Nebo teda můj trapným pokusem o hantec. Nicméně kromě těch deskovek hraje různý počítačové hry, zase jsme tady měli takovou exkurzi do retroherny, tam bychom je mohli vzít. Tam by se cítili jako doma. We have this special game room there. We call it the retro arcade something, and I think you might really like it based on what you told us here. IBM počítač bez harddisku na 2 diskety a na tom smažil nějaký hry jako třeba Wizardry anebo textovku Zork. Taky hrál Magic the Gathering někdy od roku 94, takže má i nějaký kartičky, co mají nějakou cenu. A kromě toho hraje i počítačové hry, doufám, že jsem zapsala, že třeba Elden Ring, ale mám to takové, že nechce je dohrát, aby to neskončilo, že jako si vždycky nechá ten konec a ten nikdy nedohraje, aby s tou hrou nemuselo skončit. Takže jestli vám to z toho ještě nedošlo, tak je to docela geek jako prase. Most of us here are operating under nicknames. I don't know names of almost anyone. 2 days ago, I've learned the name of a guy that I've known for like 20 years. I have no idea what his real name is. Do you have, by any chance, a nickname, or used to have?
Not any.
Not anymore.
Not anymore?
No. I had a nickname in college when I played football.
What was the nickname?
Uda.
Uda?
Uda.
How? What does that mean?
I don't know. Everyone had a nickname. If you didn't have a nickname, you're in trouble. So I guess it's like fighter pilots have call signs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a big deal to have all ceremonies. Do you guys have ceremonies when you get your nickname?
No.
You should start that. Like, we are now going to name you. And it's a whole weekend.
Basically, those are the conventions. That's what happens. You come, you tell your nickname, and then you celebrate it for the whole weekend. That's kind of what we do. But
was that okay? So, question of history. Mm-hmm. Did anybody's nicknames come from their online handles when being online was anonymous?
Yep, exactly.
So you would show up and you would have your bulletin board or your chat nickname or
yes.
Right.
Back then we were issued, this convention passes, and there was this nice little line to put your nickname on, which was perfect because you didn't have to memorize anybody's name because they would wear that all the time.
Yes.
Yes.
So your nickname would then become Furry Friend.
Yeah, basically. Okay. Uda. Well, the weird thing is, oud in Czech.
I know what I was worried about.
How to translate this? With oud we would call a limb, but all sorts of limbs, all sorts of stuff stuck
Okay,
in.
gotcha.
Uda. But Cameron Mitchell had his call sign.
Yes.
In SG1, did you have a chance to somehow influence that?
I tried to, but they wouldn't let me. No. The writers. I had a couple of suggestions, and the writers came up with their own. But that would be normal for a call sign. Like fighter pilots don't pick their call signs. Their call signs are given to them based either on something which has to do with their name or something that they screwed up.
So, what were your suggestions for Cameron?
I wanted him to be Mongo.
Mongo?
Mongo.
Does that mean?
It means idiot in German. And I took it from Mongo from the film Blazing Saddles. If you know that. Mongo like Sheriff Bart. Yeah.
Never heard about it.
Have you ever seen Blazing Saddles?
Blaze what?
Blazing Saddles. It's a Mel Brooks movie which is no longer appropriate to watch.
Okay.
So instead, because I couldn't get Cameron Mitchell to be Mongo, I named my cat Mongo. It's a great cat.
Little bit stupid, but great.
Yeah.
Aha, tak my jsme se teďka chvilku povídali o přezdívkách. Vyprávěla jsem mu o tom, jak to tady chodí s přezdívkama a jestli on někdy nějakou přezdívku měl. Tak říkal, že jo, že na vysoké škole, když hrál fotbal, tak mu říkali Úda z nějakého důvodu. Tak jsme si tady vysvětlovali, co znamená Úd v češtině. A pak jsem se ptala, jak to bylo s Cameronovým call sign. Volací znak, děkuju. A volacím znakem, jestli měl nějakou možnost to ovlivnit, že říkal, že piloti takovou možnost nemají, že to je jako v reálu, že buď to jim to přidělí na základě nějakého jména, anebo něčeho, co jako podělali. A říkal, že Camerona se snažil prosadit, například Mongou, což je údajně německý idiot, nevím, jestli to není zkomolenina z Mongol, to by dávalo smysl. Takže původně chtěla, aby Cameron měl volací znak Mongol. A je to florek z nějakého Bláznivá sedla, nebo jak se to jmenovalo film s Melem Gibsonem? Ohnivá sedla, so it's flaming saddles in Czech.
Sorry, what?
The blazing saddles are called flaming saddles. For some reason in Czech.
That's a whole different movie. I mean, for the end of the movie, yeah.
Takže prý to hnedka mění celý ten film. Ke konci to dává smysl. Nicméně, když se mu nepovedlo teda pomenovat Camerona Mongol, tak pomenoval aspoň svou kočku, která je trošku hloupá, ale jinak je skvělá. A jinak se teda prosadili scenaristi jejich překlad. Okay, yesterday we learned that your Czech is getting better with every beer that you have. But I have here a little clip that we can show you what's the top that you can reach, how good Czech you can speak if you really try.
Is this going to be the dub version?
Yes. Poprosím ukázku dubu.
Oh God.
There it is.
Náhodou mám dobré vztahy s obyvateli planety P8X412.
Co jsou to dobré vztahy?
Co jsou to?
Zájem. Proč? Protože každý, kdo vám věří, se nachází v nesmírném nebezpečí.
Nebezpečí, je.
Nebezpečí.
No idea what I just said.
Nebezpečí, danger.
Nebezpečí.
Nebezpečí is danger, yeah. Stranger danger. You can half yell stranger danger now in Czech. Well, the funny thing is the guy who dubbed you, poprosím ukázku písařík.
Is here today.
He's not, but he's been here. He's been here before. But the funny thing is he's like 17 years younger than you are. But you might take a look and there's a reason why they might have casted him. Because he kinda looks like you, isn't he? Younger you, sorry.
No?
I don't know.
But the funny thing, it's the same guy who voices one of the characters in Pokemon. Poprosím obrázek Pokémon. Yeah, he's the one on the right. So that's in Czech.
Yeah, he kind of looks like me.
Yeah, in Czech you have the same voice as the Pokemon guy, the Pokemon kid.
I'm a Pokemon character.
You're basically a Pokemon in Czech. Yes. Browderem, I guess. Browderem. Browderem. Yeah, that's a Pokemon, isn't it?
I don't play Pokemon.
You don't?
No.
Too bad, it's quite a good game. You might like it if you like Magic the Gathering. Might try it in the game room.
Okay. I like the one where they were finding Pokemons in the environment with their phones and people were dying because they were running over by trains.
Pokemon Go? That was, I think.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Literally, people in the middle of the highway just. Are you familiar with the Darwin Awards?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that
World.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ones that are awarded to people doing the stupidest things and they die. I think Pokemon Go.
Okay, I'll try and translate. Tak ukázali jsme si malou ukázku z dubbingu a vysvětlila jsem Benovi, že jeho dubber česky asi o 17 let mladší a zároveň dubuje jedno z těch dětí v Pokémonech. Pak jsme tady dělali nějaký fórik, že v podstatě je Ben jako Pokémon a vznikl tady nový Pokémon Browderču. Pak jsme si chvilku povídali o tom, jestli, že Benovi se z Pokémonu nejvíc líbilo Pokémon Go, obzvlášť to, jak to lidi hráli třeba na dálnici a tak, a že to pravděpodobně dalo podle něj vznik Darwinovým cenám, takový ty ceny o nejhloupější smrt, jakou lidi zemřeli, tak to podle něj vzniklo podle Pokémon Go. Okay, maybe we should start talking about Stargate. Did anyone here come here for the Stargate?
No.
All Farscape fans? Yeah. Okay, too bad. I've got questions about Stargate.
I don't know if this works with the Czech audience, but I'm going to try something.
Can I get a hell yeah?
It works.
See? Yeah. I was just checking.
Okay, so Stargate.
She hasn't seen Farscape.
I haven't seen. You know what? I tried watching it yesterday.
Farscape changes radically from the beginning. Mm-hmm. It starts off very gentle. Mm-hmm. Kind of like, oh yeah, we've seen this before. By the time you get to the second season, it's gone way off the rails.
Okay.
So when people watch it, if you really, really love the beginning of Farscape, you probably won't like the rest of it. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I did watch some sort of video like Farscape, is it crazy or awesome? It kind of ended up with it's both crazy and awesome. Yeah.
There's a site called The Critical Drinker. If you're familiar with this guy, he's a Scottish guy. And he has a review of an episode of Farscape. You can watch that to get an idea.
Okay, I will.
If you like strong female characters, you like Farscape.
Okay. Tak, tady jsme se teďka chvilku bavili o Farscape. Já jsem včera se pokoušela nakoukat Farscape, což se nepovedlo z nějakého důvodu. Nicméně Ben říkal, ať si dám bacha, že pokud se mi bude líbit začátek, tak se mi to pravděpodobně nebude líbit od druhé sezóny dál, že Farscape se hodně mění. A já jsem teda viděla nějaký video, který bylo, že jestli je Farscape šílená nebo dobrá, a došli k tomu, že je šíleně dobrá. A Ben mi tady doporučoval od někoho, kdo je critical drinker, kdo je kritický opilec, že ten vydal nějakou recenzi, že na to se mám podívat, že to se mi bude určitě líbit a že pokud máte rádi silný ženský postavy, tak Farscape je určitě seriál pro vás. Well, in the video they said that if they had to compare Farscape to anything, they would compare it to Guardians of the Galaxy. Which is a bit weird, considering your credits that you were in the Guardians of the Galaxy. What was the connection there?
I went to an award show after the first Guardians of the Galaxy, and I'd seen Volume 1, and I loved it. However, when I watched Guardians of the Galaxy, I realized that somebody was stealing my show. So James Gunn was at this awards ceremony, and I'd never met James. He's now running DC. And he was there with his posse of famous people. And I walked up and I said, James Gunn, Ben Browderem. And he said, I know who you are. And I said, I thought you did because you stole my show. And he said, yeah, I did. To which I replied, well, why am I not in the movie, man? And he said, I'll put you in the next one.
Oh, he really did.
And he did. He put me in gold, but yeah. Yeah, so, Guardians of the Galaxy is as much a rip-off of Farscape as anything that's ever been created.
Oh, so this is you, isn't it?
Yes.
Wow. So, and how much screen time did you get for not putting up a lawsuit?
Yeah, it was a cameo.
Cameo. That's what it's called.
Yeah, it's a way of saying you're not important, and we're going to give you like 30 seconds of screen time. Don't be too bad. It's called a cameo. It's the only cameo I've ever had.
Ale ptala jsem se teda na Strážce galaxie, že to video, který jsem viděla včera, tak přirovnávali, že Farscape jediný, k čemu to dokážou přirovnat, je Guardians of the Strážci galaxie a jak je možný, že v tom hrál. A říkal, že takhle šel na nějaké předávání nějakých cen a potkal tam Jamese Gunna, který režíroval Strážce galaxie a dneska je šéf DC. A Strážci galaxie se mu moc líbila, trošku mu přišlo, že ty jako vykradli tu Farscape. Tak šel za tím Jamesem Gunnem, který tam stál s nějakou kohortou prostě slavných lidí kolem a říká nazdar, já jsem Ben Browderem. A James Gunn říká, no, já vím, kdo seš. A bezva, a co teda k tomu, že jsi mi vykrad prostě můj seriál? Říkal, no, vykrad. Takže jsem to přiznal, ale zřejmě, aby ho nežaloval, tak mu nabídnul roličku ve druhém díle, což se ve finále stalo. Ben se tam objevil jako tady ten zlatý generál v něčemu, čemu se honosně říká cameo, jo? Když vám dají 30 sekund času na obrazovce, aby vám zavřeli hubu. And I was wondering, all that gold paint, how much time, how many showers did that take to put it off?
Doesn't take long to put on. Yeah, they spray it on you, and then, yeah. Getting it off takes about an hour plus. Yeah. And that's not that long for like if you're in a heavy prosthetic. It can be 4 to 5 hours in the chair to put it on. And then an hour and a half to 2 hours after the end of the day to get it off. But that was easy. That was 30 minutes on, an hour off.
And you didn't, like stain everything gold for the next week? They did a thorough job?
It's not as bad as glitter.
Yeah.
If you have a child and they're into glitter, you'll be finding it everywhere all the time. So it's not as bad as glitter.
Okay.
Yeah. It was all right. You do find it in your ear. Like I found it in my ear about a month later. And it had oxidized. So you know how copper goes green? I ended up with like green. And I was like, what is this? Copper in it, and it had oxidized. I had turned it, the inside of my ear was like the Statue of Liberty or the domes in Prague.
Tak ptala jsem se, co s tou zlatou barvou, jak těžké bylo dostat to dolů, jestli pak ještě týden prostě na co šáhnul, tak bylo zlatý. A říkal, že to nebylo tak hrozný, že to trvalo asi půl hoďku, než to na něj nastříkali a pak za hoďku to zase bylo dole. Ale že když pak člověk dělá jako ve větší prostetice, takže to trvá prostě x hodin, než to na vás nanesou a pak další hodinu až 2, než to z vás dostanou. Ale s tou zlatou barvou to prý nebylo tak hrozný, jako třeba se třpitkama, což asi pochopí všichni rodiče malých dětí, protože jakmile máte doma třpitky, máte doma vždycky třpitky. Ale že u té zlaté barvy to docela šlo, akorát mu třeba zůstalo trošku v uchu a oxidovalo mu to tam. Takže stejně jako třeba měď prostě postupně zezelená, tak on si takhle jednoho dne šáhnul do ucha, říká, ježiš, co to je. A mu teda došlo, že to je měsíc starý zlato. Ale připadal si na chvilku jako socha svobody, správně zezeleněnej, anebo jako střechy v Praze. Okay, I don't have any more Farscape questions. I'm sorry, I was able to watch the 10 minutes, but I can take a look if there are any questions.
No, ask Stargate questions.
Stargate questions? Is it okay?
Let's talk politics.
Okay, let's divide people to Stargate fans and Farscape fans.
It's kind of like what it is, yeah. I mean, but at least if you go to a convention and somebody's wearing their Captain Kirk outfit and the other person's wearing a Klingon outfit, they don't fight each other. Whereas in politics, like, can't we all just get along, man?
Well, but if they are wearing one of them like their Kirk outfit and the second one like a Stormtrooper outfit, there might be a...
Do they brawl? Have you ever seen like a brawl break out at a convention between fandoms?
Not violent one.
Not the violent. Yeah. They're
Really vindictive, but not violent. It was like being canceled on Twitter, man.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I have seen any. I was thinking about furries, maybe, because people kind of get violent around those. No, I don't think.
Are we back to Bo Bridges hunting furries at a convention?
That would be.
Hey, why you got a shotgun, man? I'm hunting furries.
Okay, I'll try and translate.
I'm loving this. I'm going as Elmer Fudd to my next convention. Where are the furries?
Tak z docela nevinného toho, že bychom se mohli bavit o Stargate, jsme se dostali k politice, že teda jestli politika, respektive seriály, ve kterých hrál Ben, rozdělují lidi stejně jako politika, znamená militantní Stargateáky a militantní Farscapáky. A Ben říkal, že je super nakonec, že prostě když někdo přijde a jeden je oblečený jako Kirk a jeden jako Klingon, takže se mezi sebou jako neporvou, nebo jestli jsme někdy viděli nějaký jako pravdu násilnou rvačku na konu mezi lidma v kostýmech. Říkal se, když se potká jako potrekisti se Star Warsákama, tak by to mohlo být jako méně přátelský. Nicméně došli jsme k tomu, že teda žádný opravdu jako násilný střet jsme tady nezažili a ani překvapivě s furýkama nebo lidma z Ponikonu a pak tady Ben přišel s teorií, že by mohla být fajn, kdyby Bo Bridges, o kterém jsme se tady bavili včera, měl takovou jako scénku s lovem koálíků, ve kterých vypadal Bo Bridges dost jako Elmer Fudd z těch animáků s Bugsem Bunnym. Takže příště říkal Ben, že by mohl přijít na kon oblečený jako Bo Bridges a šel by lovit furýky. To myslím, že by bylo docela vtipný. Na to by se dali prodávat stupenky. We can sell some tickets on you being here as Elmer Fudd hunting the furries.
Yeah. It should be a regular thing. You have a furry hunt at every convention.
What furry?
A furry hunt.
Furry hunt, yeah.
Sell tickets. The furries running and people chasing them with wire.
Yeah. Hunting permits, we call them.
Yes. You get when you buy the extra permit, you get to hunt the furry at the convention with a water gun.
Also, that's what the VIP tickets are for.
Yes. And if you manage to get the furry, you take it back with you, and you eat it.
Já jenom doufám, že tady není nikdo z Ponikonu. Aha, okay, there's one furry guy. Tak, teď nevím, jak úplně přesně to přeložit. Každopádně měly by se tady prý vydávat nějaký lovecký povolenky. Pro ty, co tady nebyli včera, Ben vyrostl v té části Ameriky, kde co jste si neulovili, to jste nesnědli. Jo. Takže od 11 měl nějakou svoji první zbraň, chodili s tatínkem lovit a má na to hrozně roztomilý vzpomínky. Takže navrhl, že by se mohly začít vydávat lovecký povolenky na furíky, takže když si koupíte VIP vstupenku, máte automaticky povolenku na lovení furíků a co si ulovíte, to si pak můžete odtáhnout a sníst. Odtáhnout, stáhnout a sníst. Možná čas pro nějaké otázky z publika. Maybe it's time for some audience questions. Maybe from the guy in the last row. Máme někoho, kdo by se chtěl na něco zeptat? A máme mikrofon? Máme. Tak jestli doběhneš, tak třeba někomu tentokrát ze zadních řad. Včera jsme preferovali přední řady. Tak ať se dneska dostane i na zadek. Ano.
Hello. Yesterday we were talking about theater.
Yes.
And about a play that went from West End to Broadway. So I was like wondering what kind of play it was or what kind of theater you played. It was like more drama, comedy, or what kind?
It was Shakespeare. It was The Merchant of Venice with Dustin Hoffman as Shylock. It was in the West End, transferred to Broadway. I joined it when it went to Broadway.
And who did you play?
I played, I understudied 3 different roles, and I played Leontes, which is a small part.
Understudy. Okay.
You want to hear like some Shakespeare?
Yes. I will not translate.
From The Merchant or somewhere else?
Your favorite?
Made me think it were a happy life to be no better than a homely swain, to sit upon a hill as I do now, thereby to count the hours. How many days? It comes to me, how many days? I've forgotten the rest of that one. From The Merchant of Venice, it would be, in such a night as this in such a night as this did Thisbe fearfully overtrip the dews and saw the lion's bane enter himself and ran dismayed away. It's, so yeah, this is Shakespeare.
Wow. That's the most culture you will get on Festival of Fantazie. Tak otázka byla na divadlo, protože včera tady Ben zmiňoval, že hrál v nějakém divadle na West Endu, který se pak přesoval na Broadway, tak co to bylo za představení. A říkal, že to byl tak Shakespeare, že hráli kupce Benátskýho s Dustinem Hoffmanem v hlavní roli Shylocka a že on tam hrál Leonotese, teďka nevím, kde jsem si zapsala, což je taková jako menší role a byl asi 3. alternace. Nicméně hrál v tom a pak nám tady zarecitoval kousek ze Shakespearea, což bylo zhruba něco jako teď. Něco. Tak, máme nějakou další otázku?
I have a question about yesterday you mentioned that you competed for a lot of roles with Nathan Fillion. Then, which one would you take from him if you could? From the ones.
All of them.
Which one would be your favorite?
I did not audition for the role that I would take from him, which would be Mal. Yeah, Firefly, I think was great. That would be the one. Yeah, I mean it only lasted for 1 season, which was tragic, but that was a great show.
Thank you.
Because they choose wrong.
Tak otázka byla, že jsme se včera dozvěděli, že o spoustu rolí soupeřili s Nathanem Fillionem a kdyby mu nějakou roli mohl sebrat, která by to byla, tak samozřejmě by to byl Mol z Firefly, která, což je tragédie, měla jenom 13 dílů, ale tak to je ta samozřejmě, kterou by mu vzal. By the way, why didn't you audition for that?
I was already doing Farscape.
But that got 88 episodes, so...
Yes, and a miniseries.
And a miniseries. Tak na konkurzu na Firefly nebyl, protože v té době už točil Farscape, která má ale 88 epizod, takže si pomohl a ještě navíc minisérie. By the way, the miniseries, wasn't it kind of, fan-powered?
Yes.
Like, yeah, they were like, it's not enough. We want more. It was one of the first shows where actually fans influenced.
Yes, Farscape had originally been picked up for a 4th and a 5th season, and then there was the parent company which owned the rights to Farscape got sold, and they wanted to renegotiate, and everything went south from there. So we had anticipated a 5th season in the writing process. So we thought we had 2 seasons. So we were halfway through the last leg of the story, basically the 5th act. And so we left with a massive cliffhanger at the end of the 4th season, and the fans rioted.
So this was like 2005 or something?
2002 to 2003. So we were canceled in 2002, and we came back to shoot the miniseries in 2003. When the fans revolted, they went and found investors to take the money to pay for the miniseries.
Oh, so they didn't just send a lot of, I guess, into
Well, they did send a lot of
mail.
stuff. They sent bras, brassieres, they called it Brascape, to the Sci-Fi Channel. They sent flowers, funeral wreaths. They jammed their switchboards for a couple of weeks, and they picketed it out front
Oh,
in New York.
so they were more like, how to call it properly, blackmailing the...
No, it was like a proper industrial action. It was they were on strike. We're not going to watch your channel till you put Farscape back on.
Tak u Farscape ještě myslím, že to předtím taky chtěla informaci, že minisérie, která byla, jak se nějakým způsobem vydupali fanoušci, což je pravda, protože oni tehdy počítali s tím, že bude ještě 5. sezóna, takže měli nějaký masivní cliffhanger na konci té 4. A pak ale tu společnost, která to produkovala, jakým způsobem prodali, oni chtěli vyjednat nový smlouvy, asi chtěli dát hercům víc peněz, což neprošlo, takže najednou prostě seriál neměl mít pokračování, ale fanoušci si to za prvý vydupali tím, že různě jako protestovali před barákem té firmy, dávali jim tam pohřební kytky a tak, ale vůbec jim nevyhrožovali, prostě stávkovali a nicméně vydupali, i dokonce dotáhli nějaký investory, kteří to ve finále zaplatili, takže tímhle způsobem si fanoušci někdy ve 2003 vydupali minisérii a pokračování. Máme další otázku? Spousta otázek.
Já se mluvám, ale anglicky neumím.
V pohodě, já taky ne.
Pro mě jsou španělská akcenty. A slyšel jsem, že ty krát dělal zahradní party, jestli jste jich účastnil a co byl na nich nejradši. Jak jste užíval?
Myslíš, co měl nejradši jako z jídla nebo ze zábavy?
Kompletně. Kompletně.
Kompletně, OK.
Ať už na zahradě, ve městě.
Okay, so apparently Chris Judge used to throw garden parties. And the question is if you liked them, the food, the entertainment, outside, inside, generally, you know, if you enjoyed Tia's garden parties.
I never went anywhere with Chris Judge outside of work.
That's maybe why you look so young.
It was fairly well established by the time I got there in season 8 that this would not be a good idea. Love Chris. What he does on his own time is his own business.
Tak prosím tě, do té doby, než nastoupil do Stargate, tak se už všichni poučili, že s Chrisem se rozhodně mimo pracovní dobu jako nesmí nic dělat, pokud je ti tvoje zdraví milý. Takže s Chrisem nikdy mimo pracovní dobu jako nikam nešel, protože se má rád. Tak stačí jako odpověď?
I had already been to college. I had gotten a nickname and learned drinking games. I didn't need to do it again.
Že už měl předtím za sebou vysokou školu, takže už měl svoje odchlastáno, svoje chlastací hry už měl odehraný, takže opravdu nepotřeboval si to znova opakovat.
Na Moravu do Brna.
Yeah, he's inviting you to Morava. It's the part of the country we talked yesterday, the one with the accent. Maybe then it might be similar.
The Australian version of the Czech Republic. Yeah, no.
The whole Morava is one garden party. Try and you'll understand.
I don't think you know how frightening a proposition that is.
I know.
It's like we went there and we never came back.
Because imagine, I went to university to Morava for 5 years, so I know what I'm talking about. It took me 6 years to complete 5 years at university.
It was 6 years, I remember 2.
pozvánka na Moravu, ze které jsme si z nějakého důvodu trošku dělali srandu včera, když jsme se tady bavili o akcentech. Jo. Říkala jsem mu, že ať teda dojede na Moravu, že to je zhruba jako celá Morava je jedna velká Tylkova zahradní party. Takže si asi neuvědomuji, jak děsivá je to nabídka. Tak se říká, že uvědomuji, že jsem na Moravě 5 let studovala a ta škola mi trvala 6 let, navzdory tomu, že to je asi nejjednodušší, nejsnazší vysoká škola, která v Čechách existuje. Dobře, máme nějakou další otázku?
In the Stargate 200 episode, whose idea was it to have the Farscape vaccine?
The writers of the show came up with that idea. Originally, they wanted Cameron Mitchell as John Crichton, which Claudia and I thought was a terrible idea because Vala would have cast Daniel Jackson. So Claudia went to the writers and said, this doesn't seem right. Daniel Jackson's made John Crichton, so I played Stark, secondary character. But it was the writers. The writers came up with that idea, and I was like, I think they were casting spears at us.
Michael Shanks would be playing John Crichton.
Okay, this is confusing.
It is.
Probably because you haven't seen Farscape.
Exactly, and you and Michael Shanks kind of look alike, so it's very confusing.
Have you seen Michael Shanks? Michael and I were in England at a convention a month ago, and they had all the photos of everybody that was there lined up on one table, and I looked at the table, and I mentioned, you don't have any photographs of me here, and they said, yeah, we do, this one. I went, no, that's Michael Shanks. Oh, this one. No, that's Michael Shanks. Well, this one. No, that's Michael Shanks. They actually didn't have any photos of me, and they were all photos of Michael Shanks.
Shame on the Germans.
No, that wasn't the Germans, that was the British.
So it wasn't FatCon, okay then.
In England. No.
So the British people cannot distinguish between you and Michael Shanks?
All white guys look alike. I mean, you think I look like the guy that voiced me.
It's all the same for us white females. Yeah.
Very confusing, isn't it?
Very confusing. Jakáže byla ta otázka? Chceš tomu ještě něco? Jo, už nemáš mikrofon, promiň. Okay, takže otázka byla na 200. epizodu Stargate, ve které nějakým způsobem byla zobrazená Farscape, což nevím, protože neznám Farscape. Nicméně tam bylo nějaký for, že se řešilo, jestli Cameron Mitchell se tam neobjeví jako John Crichton z Farscape a Claudia Black, která hrála Valu ve Farscape, ve Stargate. Měla výborný nápad, že by mohl hrát Michael Shanks tu Benovu roli z Farscape. Takže takhle tam nějakým způsobem ty producenti mezi ně házeli vidle nebo klacky a dělali tam nějaký forky. Načež jsme se dostali k tomu, že to je možná trošku matoucí i proto, že Ben a Michael Shanks vypadají dost podobně, což je asi poprvé, kdy to v životě slyšel. Nicméně stalo se mu někdy před měsícem na nějakém konu v Británii, kde byli společně s Michaelem Shanksem a měli se podepisovat a byly tam vyskládané ty fotky na podpis. A říkal, no ale já tady nemám žádnou fotku. A říkal, ne, tady, to je Michael Shanks. Ja, tak tady, to je Michael Shanks. A opravdu došli k tomu, že na žádný fotce nebyl Ben, všechny fotky byly jenom s Michaelem Shanksem. Tak v tomhle jsme lepší. Yeah, we are better than that. We have only photos with you, none with Michael Shanks. But by the way, have you heard the story about Michael Shanks and Chotěboř? No?
No.
He was supposed to be here, not here, in Brno, in Morava.
How do you know he wasn't there? You don't remember.
I don't remember, but I know because but there was a huge story about this because he was supposed to come to the very first big convention, very first Comic Con in Brno, and he wasn't able to get on the plane because when he got to the airport, he found out his passport is not expired, but there's like a month left, and that's not enough to get into the European Union. So he got banned from the flight to Czech Republic, and he never came. And we are making fun of him since. And I'm sure that he will hear a lot about that when he's supposed to come again in October this year.
When he comes,
Yeah.
I want him to be signing photographs of me. Whatever's left over, those are the first ones he gets.
Tak, poprosím, aby si někdo zapsal, že je třeba na Comic Con Junior zařídit nějaký Benovy fotky, aby jsme odsud odvezli a nechali Michaela Shanksy podepsat. To tady právě navrch, aby jsme provedli. Nevyprávěla jsem mu historku o tom, jak Michael Shanks nedorazil na Comic Con Junior, protože dorazil s tím pasem, se kterým ho do Evropské unie nepustili. Takže Ben na to kontroloval, že teda máme ho nechat podepisovat jeho fotky tentokrát. Myslím, že to bude dobrá raritka. That might be actually worth money if we really get here to sign those photos. Yeah.
Double the price.
Double the price, exactly. And you know, if he's in Brno, in Morava for long enough, he might not even notice. So drink wine. Photos of Ben. Tak, máme nějakou další otázku?
I don't think it will work. He's coming with his wife. Oh.
Like he wouldn't be drinking with his wife?
Yeah.
Oh, does Lexa drink? Do you know, by any chance?
I don't know, wouldn't drink with Mike either.
Uh-huh.
He and Chris were friends.
Okay, that might be a very nice party in Brno. Tak byla otázka, jestli víme, jestli vůbec pijou, že možná jelikož přijede i s manželkou, takže možná chlastat nebude, ale tady byli kamarádi s Christopherem Judgem, takže asi pije dost. Tak, máme další otázku.
Hi. It's not a Stargate question or a Farscape question, but I'm a big fan of Doctor Who, and you were in one episode guest starring in Doctor Who in Series 7. How was it filming with Matt Smith and Karen Gillan? You might have met on Guardians of the Galaxy as well, and starring for the best show ever made, Doctor Who.
Just 1 second, because we have a short clip for those who might not have seen it. Poprosím Doctor Who.
I genuinely don't know.
Doctor? Doctor?
Let him come back, Doctor!
Or what? You won't shoot me, Amy.
How do you know? Maybe I've changed. I mean, you clearly been taking steering lessons since I saw you last. I didn't mean to do that.
Who isn't an American? Drop your gun.
Yeah, the Brits don't handle their guns well. So the question was, what was it like to work on the greatest show in television history? The answer is, it was great. When I got the job, my kids grew up watching Doctor Who because my wife is English. When I got the job, I went to tell my daughter and my son, who were in high school at the time, they were grown people, and I said, I got a job, I gotta go away to England to work at it. And they go, what job? I go, what's the best job you can possibly imagine? And they listed off a couple of things, and I went, no. And I went, I'm going to do an episode of Doctor Who. My daughter did this. Oh, Daddy! No! It was at that moment I became a real actor. I went from being a loser dad to being an amazing celebrity in my own house. It was great fun. Matt Smith is incredibly nice, lovely guy. I think he's a great doctor. Karen's lovely. I did see her when I was working on Guardians. Matt, I met in a plane years later, and he was like, "Oh, hey, it's wonderful." They're just they're a great bunch of people. And the other thing about Doctor Who, when Russell T Davies was rebooting Doctor Who, and Chris Eccleston was playing Doctor Who, who I've also met since. I've met a lot of them. It's amazing because I love the show. When Russell was rebooting Doctor Who, he had the writing staff watch box sets of Farscape. And he stole my show. And that's how I ended up on Doctor Who, because the writers had all seen Farscape. So they afterwards I went with them.
So basically, you are getting all your jobs, so you won't sue for copyright infringement on Farscape.
I'm not like the Czech Republic. Or Budweiser, no. I'm not a good capitalist,
Got big list. Tak, otázka byla na doktora Who, jaký to bylo zahrát si v nejlepším seriálu na světě. Pustili jsme si krátkou ukázku pro ty, co rozumí anglicky. Na konci to říká, všichni, co nejsou Američani, okamžitě odloží zbraně. Což byla taková hláška. Říkal, že na doktorovi Who vyrůstaly jeho děti, protože jeho žena je Britka. A stalo se mu to, že když byli zhruba někde na střední škole, tak za nima přišel a říkal, dostal jsem úplně nejskvělejší jako job, nejskvělejší roli na světě. A nechali hádat, tak oni vyjmenovali pár věcí a nakonec jim teda říká, ne, prostě dostal jsem roli v doktorovi Who v pádovi času. A jeho dcera předvedla ten taneček. Jako, ne, tati, ne! Not a good actor. Takže byla...
That was actually closer to what my daughter did.
Prej to bylo blížší tomu, co předvedla jeho dcera, takže ta byla samozřejmě úplně nadšená a v ten moment se z něj stal z totálního jako loserovského trapného táty totální celebrita u něj doma. S tím, že samozřejmě Matt Smith byl úplně skvělý, byl hrozně milý, pak se ještě potkali někde v letadle, Karen byla taky skvělá, potkali se ještě při natáčení Strážců galaxie a pak přihodilo ještě to, že se potkali i s Ecclestonem, s 9. doktorem někde, protože asi se prostě tyhle herci potkávají furt někde v nějakých klubech dozvěděl se, že Russell T Davies, což byl showrunner doktora Who, když se dělal ten reboot, zase je, ano, jej, Russell T Davies, running the show again, tak tehdy dotáhnul scénáristům prostě celý box sety Farscape a museli to nakoukat. Takže to je další seriál, který kompletně vykradl Farscape a aby je Ben nežaloval, tak mu tam pak dali roli. Což je zjevně způsob, kterým hlavně získává role od roku 2003, ale říkal, že ne, že není takový jako Česká republika, aby se o všechno soudil, jo? Takže oni mu to nabízejí naprosto jako dobrovolně, že on není zase tak dobrý kapitalista.
Do you ever start to worry when you're translating that you actually understand how people think?
No. There's no mental capacity left to think about anything else or worry or...
You ever start thinking maybe I'm going to predict what they're going to say next?
Oh, that sometimes happens. But it's just because I watch interviews before, so I sometimes know what you will say.
Okay, so what am I thinking about right now?
You want a second beer?
Second beer, and you wanna go and watch some more Doctor Who? No. No mental capacity.
Very good.
Sometimes I try to manipulate you into saying something. You notice?
I got it. I've been married a long time. Half the time I go, did I say that? I don't remember saying that. I'm concerned here. Because I have no idea what you're saying. I'm like, is this accurate? Is she being like semi-accurate at least?
Very.
Ooh.
Sometimes.
Good timing.
Jestli pak najdu, jo? It's turning. Tak nevím, jak jsme se k tomu, jo už vím, on se mě ptal, jestli se mi někdy stává, že vím, co jako bude říkat potom, nebo jestli někdy začnu mít jako obavy, že už jako pronikám do jeho myšlení. Říká, že občas jako malinko, protože nakoukávám předtím nějaký rozhovory, takže třeba tuším, jako do jaký historky se pustí a občas se snažím to malinko manipulovat směrem k nějaký odpovědi, což říkal, že perfektně pochopil, protože už je 35 let ženatý. Takže perfektně tomu rozumí a občas tak jako tohle jsem opravdu řekl, opravdu jsem to říkal, jo, no. Nicméně mají to teda zřejmě doma veselý a tak se vás ptal, nakolik přesně říkám to, co on říkal a většina z vás, děkuju, držela basu a říkám přesně kromě Radky, později najdu. Máme další otázku?
Okay, now I feel bad. I have two quick questions. First of all, what's your son's call sign and what did he screw up to get it? And the second question is, when I see the snacks on the table, do you have some, or did you try some Czech snack or something that you fell in love with or you hate? Besides beer.
I don't think I've tried any of these yet.
Yeah, you should definitely try the dupetky, because as you talked yesterday about open it up and you'll understand, because it reminded me of the story with Chris Judge you've told us yesterday. Because it looks like Stargate, that's the reason.
No, thank you. So I actually don't know the story behind my son's call sign, and I'm not going to mention my son's call sign. I've probably given too much information anyway. Anytime I speak with him, because everything is classified, his whole life is classified. Basically, I'll ask a question about anything, and he stops. He goes, so we were in Okinawa, and that's all you get. Like he literally went to Okinawa. They got deployed to Okinawa, Japan, and I had to read about it in the news to find out he was there. So he doesn't tell me anything. So I don't know the story behind his call sign, and I probably shouldn't share it. But he has a call sign. It's pretty good.
And the snacks are classified too, or?
I just haven't had any of these snacks yet, and this one feels very personal and private. I don't know that I would admit to eating it.
And did you have some other, or did you drink Coca-Cola, like Czech Coke?
No, I haven't had the Czech Coke yet either.
Yeah, wrong festival.
Or whatever they are. It's very Hollywood. Very Hollywood 1970s and 80s. You had to get the Czech Coke.
Yeah, or Karlovy Vary 2023. Yeah.
All those action movies fueled by Czech Coke.
Okay, I'll try and translate. Otázka byla, jestli nám řekne, jaký je volací znak jeho syna, který je skutečný pilot stíhačky, jak jsme se dozvěděli včera, a co podělal, aby získal tady ten volací znak. Na což nám bohužel Ben nemůže odpovědět, že má dojem, že už takhle nám o svém synovi řekl příliš mnoho informací. Protože on má skoro všechno v utajení, když se ho doma na něco zeptá, tak syn se dlouze zamyslí. Pak neřekne nic. Jo, byli jsme na Okinavě. A to je všechno, co mu to může říct. Dost často se Ben dozvídá o tom, co jeho syn dělá ze zpráv, protože on mu o to prostě nemůže nic říct. Takže v tomhle asi teďka nám údajně řekl víc o svém synovi, než měl. A druhá otázka byla na to, jestli má nějaký oblíbený český snack, nebo nějaký tady ty furtožerky. Jsme mu nabízeli píchy vzhledem k historce o Christopheru Judgeovi, kterou nám tady včera vyprávěl. Ty z vás, co tady nebyli, snižoval se nějaký strop, měli tam z jedné strany nakouknout kameramani, a než ty kameramani tam stihli nakouknout, když si sundal nejdřív kaťata, potom spodní brádlo, potom si klepnul, pak se vystavil a zkrátím tu historku, Ben si určitě nedá dupetky. Mně to přijde takové až příliš osobní a intimní. Na to si doufám, že si užijete vy dupetky. Pokud teďka budete si dávat dupetky, vzpomeňte si na Chrisa Judge. A pak se ještě Petrovi ptá, jestli vyzkoušel aspoň českou kofolu, tedy českou kolu. Tam je takový nepřeložitelná slovní hříčka, kdy kouk znamená jednak kola a jednak kokain. Takže jsme tady chvilku debatovali o tom, jestli teda Czech Coke, česká kola lomeno kokain, byla to, co způsobilo vznik všech slavných amerických akčních filmů v 70kách. A říkala jsem, že na český kokain jsme na špatném festivalu, to bychom museli být zhruba o 200 km jinde, víc na sever, někde okolo Karlových Varů. Tak, máme nějakou další otázku?
I wanted to ask you, what is your favorite musical instrument? Because when you were in FedCon, there was some kind of conversation about cello.
Sorry, cello is the one where you have to spread the legs very
Yes, in Stargate, when the man tapping talked about the final episodes and learning to play the cello. That's the superpower. The thing that you would want was to learn to play the cello. And I said that Cameron Mitchell wanted to be a cello.
So that answers the question about...
It's not a question of favorite, it was Cameron Mitchell wanted to be a cello. Don't think I said that Browder wanted to be a cello. Yeah, a cello. I love the sound of a cello. It kind of is the sexiest instrument in the world, though, right?
Oboe?
I'm a cello man myself.
Yeah. Wonder why. It's a male-female thing. Nevím, jestli víte, jak vypadá hoboj.
Yeah, some people like a flute, some people like a cello. That's what I'm saying.
OK, tak otázka byla na Benův oblíbený hudební nástroj, protože se to nějakým způsobem řešilo na FedConu, kde že v nějakých těch posledních dílech Amanda Tapping hraje na violoncello. Ptali si, jakou by chtěla mít super schopnost, říkala, že by chtěla umět skutečně hrát na cello, a Ben na to kontroval, že Cameron Mitchell by chtěl být violoncellem. v tom případě. Nicméně to není jeho přání jako Bena Browdera, když nakonec došlo k tomu, že asi jo, že teda vyloučilo, že to je ten nejvíc sexy nástroj a pak jsme tady měli nějakou takovou lehce sexistickou debatu o tom, který tvar, jakýho nástroje se líbí, kterýmu pohlaví. Tak, máme tak 10 minut ještě na otázky. Nevím, posílali jste něco do aplikace? Mám se dívat do aplikace, jestli tam něco je? Ruce nahoru, kdo dával otázky do aplikace? Jeden, tak to já se podívám, která otázka to byla. Nechceš se zeptat na mikrofon radši?
Tak jo.
Is the only one who sent his question through the app. So I asked him if he can ask it in person.
Měl bych otázku, jestli to bylo těžší bojovat s černým rytířem při hledání Sangrealu, nebo si hledat do vlastní kapsy před Maldorem.
His question was, what was harder actually? If it was fighting with the Black Knight over Sangreal, or watching Vala so she wouldn't pick your pockets?
I did the fighting with the Black Knight was harder. It was easy to watch Vala.
But that was the big fight in the mud, is it right?
Yeah, that's the big fight in the mud.
But that was like one of the first episodes you did.
No, that was the end of season 9. The first one was
different.
There was no mud. It was a different fight. And then at the end of season 9, they decided to do it again.
And add the mud this time.
The mud wasn't supposed to be added. It just was Vancouver and it rained. And that was not clean mud.
No clean.
No, it was just whatever was on that road.
How long after that did you find it in your ears?
Well, the good part was that in order to do continuity, we had to re-mud up the following day. So I got into working the makeup. But the wardrobe was still covered in dirt, but they wanted it to be fresh, so they sent me outside and rolled me around in the mud.
That must have been a fun day.
There's some high professional activity going on. Best mud on a wardrobe in a sci-fi show awarded to Stargate. SG-1, season 9.
Tak otázka byla na to, slyšeli v češtině, jestli teda těžší bylo hlídat Valu nebo černýho rytíře, takže rozhodně bylo jednodušší hlídat Valu, protože v tom bahně se opravdu vyválil, aniž by to bylo původně ve scénáři. Jo? To prostě bylo opravdovský venkurovský bahno, Vancouveru dost prší. Takže v tom ho nechali jako vyválet a bylo to žádný takový, při filmování používají čistý bahno, jo, že to je takový jakože spíš jíl nebo tak, ale tohle to bylo opravdický skutečný bahno a navíc, když natáčeli druhý den, tak ho museli znova namaskovat, aby vypadal stejně, což vyřešili tím, že ho poslali Venece znova v tom bahně vyválí. Takže vysoce profesionální práce celého štábu a má za to, že za to tehdy měli dostat nějakou cenu za absolutně nejlepší bahno ve sci-fi seriálu. Měla dostat 9. sezóna SG1. Tak, máme asi 10-8 minut, tak zkuste být rychlí, jestli ještě někdo se chce na něco zeptat.
I was really wondering, how would you pronounce Chotěboř?
Chotěboř?
Chotěboř.
Chotěboř.
Yeah, very good. That's the place where you are.
Yeah, it could have another meaning.
It does. It's a kind of beer.
Generic.
No, it's actually a regional lager that's being done in here.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's slightly better than Rebel. Slightly. Yeah. But there's a brewery in town.
Okay.
But almost in every Czech town there's a brewery.
It's the only way you can keep people at home. Everybody else is moving to Prague.
Yeah.
Except for me, I'm staying for the beer.
Tak, takže pro zbabělé se může vyslovit Chotěboř, vysvětlili jsme, že to je to místo, ve kterém se nachází, a že tady, že Chotěboř taky může být značka piva, která se tady točí, a že skoro v každém českém městě je nějaký pivovar, což je jediný důvod, proč se ještě všichni nepřestěhovali do Prahy, že někdo musí obsluhovat ty pivovary. Ještě máme otázku?
During your career, you were part of some great worlds, and I was wondering which other fantasy or sci-fi world would you like to still be a part of that you haven't yet?
Do you mean which roles would I take from actors who've already done it really well? Like James T. Kirk. Oh, okay. So which shows? I mean, obviously Star Trek, obviously Star Wars, obviously Lord of the Rings, obviously Game of Thrones. The question, Severance, For All Mankind, I'm trying to think of one that I wouldn't want to be a part of. Gotta think about this. Is there one I shouldn't be a part of? Do you have any ideas of what I should avoid?
Stargate.
I ruined the Stargate for you, didn't I? Oh, I want Neil back. Why do I have to watch him? Samantha Carter should be in charge. It's true. I think I've established that I'm pretty geeky to begin with, so I grew up loving it. I grew up loving science fiction. I was very lucky to have landed in it, so whatever's next, we'll find out.
Tak, otázka byla na to, jestli bych chtěl hrát ještě v nějakým dalším sci-fi seriálu báječným, ale v podstatě neexistuje takový, ve kterém bych hrát nechtěl. Že by samozřejmě rád byl ve Star Treku, ve Star Wars, v Pánovi prstenů, ve Hře o trůny. V podstatě ho nenapadalo, ve kterém seriálu bych hrát neměl, nebo který tak nás, jestli se má nějakému vyhnout, tak jsem říkal možná Stargate, Hvězdný bráně. A že jo, že možná by to bez něj bývalo lepší, Samantha Carter by vedla ten tým a tak. Nicméně už jim teda jako bylo, takže se s tím nedá nic dělat. A nicméně už se tady ukázalo, že je poměrně velký geek, takže by rád hrál v jakýmkoliv sci-fi seriálu. Tak, máme ještě otázky?
Hi. Yeah. Yes.
I read that you studied psychology, and I wanted to ask why. I wanted to ask where you use the knowledge, the education till today. Except from talk shows.
That's a good question as to why I studied psychology. I often ask myself that same question, especially in the modern context. It's kind of like why did I decide to become an actor? I don't know. It was just a thing. I've always been. I suppose it's because I'm interested in people. Right? I'm fascinated by how people behave, why they do what they do, the great variety. I love human beings. I said yesterday, let's have another 2 billion people because I love them so much. Have more babies, right? For a lot of, I think there's some people who don't like people, and I just love people. So I think that's why I studied psychology. How do I use it today? When it was at least being taught to me, there was a lot of statistical analysis involved, a lot of scientific method. So that's useful, if you're looking at numbers, which unfortunately we're all confronted with numbers all the time now. Read the news. These are the numbers today, and you kind of want to run the numbers in your head really quickly, and so it's useful from that standpoint. But the reason I did it was, honestly, I just think people are amazing, and so it just rolled on from there.
otázka byla, že Ben studoval psychologii a tak otázka byla proč, pro boha, a za druhý, jestli těch znalostí nějakým způsobem využil. Říkal, že na tu otázku, proč studoval psychologii, se sám sebe mnohokrát ptal, obzvlášť v kontextu současnosti. A nicméně to vlastně neví, stejně jako vlastně neví, proč je herec. Prostě se to nějak stalo. Ale pravděpodobně to souviselo s tím, že ho prostě zajímají lidi. Má lidi moc rád. Myslí si, že by nás mělo být nejméně o 2 miliardy víc a že byste si všichni měli pořizovat děti. Ale že jestli se mu jestli něco z toho načerpal, tak to, že se naučil něco o statistice, o vědecké metodě, což se dneska hodí například, když čtete noviny. No, že si ty čísla přečtete a jste schopní si je nějakým způsobem interpretovat. Nicméně prostě víceméně studoval psychologii, protože lidi jsou skvělí. Máme ještě nějaké otázky? Ještě počkejte, zvedněte ruce, ať víme.
Já mám mikrofon.
Ty máš mikrofon. Dobře. A musíme být rychlí, jo?
I wanted to ask just one quick question, last one, before Draki kills me. So, I would like to ask, as you mentioned, you would like to be in The Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones. So, which roles in these two would you like to impersonate?
Problem.
I want to play the Eye of Sauron. No, that's a reasonable question. I mean, basically all the roles have been taken, as far as I can tell. I've read all those books, and all the good roles were taken, so we'll just have to redo it. I have to steal somebody's role. I'll take Jason Momoa's role. No, like Ned Stark is a great freaking role, right? That's a fantastic role. So yeah, steal that one. Lord Baratheon would be fantastic. That'd be a great role. I could put on a lot of weight, grow a beard. That'd be fantastic. Get gored by a pig. Roll around in the mud, mind, have a good time. My lord, why are you dying? Forsooth. The pig doth gore me.
Tak otázka byla, co by si rád zahrál v Pánu prstenů a ve hře o trůny, tak v Pánu prstenů je to jednoduchý oko Saurona. A ve hře o trůny třeba roli, kterou hrál Jason Momoa, že to byla naprosto skvělá role, anebo Lorda Baratheona, že by mohl aspoň stloustnout, popít nějaký pivo, pak by ho zabilo prase, pardon, moji neznalost hry o trůny, ale zjevně bylo tam nějaký válení v bahně, což je o tom, jak vypadá prima zábava, takže to by se líbilo. Tak, pojďme.
How did you say forsooth?
Sorry?
Did you say forsooth?
Forsooth? That's some Game of Thrones reference?
About Shakespeare. It's an old English word. You must learn forsooth.
Forsooth? What does that mean?
It's a damn good question. I don't even know.
Okay.
I mean, I know what it means, but I don't know how to define it. That's the problem. We'll get to that later.
Okay, so ask some more questions that Ben doesn't know the answer to.
Yeah, you mentioned D&D, and
yeah.
How long have you been playing, and are you still playing today?
No, I'm not still playing today. I haven't played since, I think the last game that I had probably would have been 1986. But you can thank me for the fact that the game survived to this day. My future son-in-law runs a D&D